Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schus for Simcha ben Gittel and for Chana Liva bas Gittel and for Adina bas Sheba bas Gittel and the Refuas, David Henech Mordechai ben Frida Simcha b'Sol Shachol Yisrael, and the Rabbi Yosef ben Chana b'Sol Shachol Yisrael, Lili Nishmas Alta Chana, Bas Rav Meir Zev. It says in Perek Zayin, Pasuk Zayin, Vayavo Noach uvanav v'ishto u'neshei vanav ito ala teva. Noach, his sons, his wife, the wives of his sons come with him to the ark, mipnei mei hamabul, because of the waters of the Mabul. Rashi explains, Af Noach mikatnei amanahaya. Noach was a small faith. Ma'amin ve'eno ma'amin she'avo mabul. He believed, and he didn't believe that the Mabul would come. And he did not enter the teva until the water pushed him in. Why did he go into the teva? Because of the water of the Mabul, because he was mikatnei amana. He was a ma'amin ve'eno ma'amin. So we have to understand the geder. What's the definition? What's the exact nature of this katnei amana? What is emuna gedola and what is emuna ketana? What's big emuna and what's a small emuna? And not only that, but Rashi l'chaora is asoser atzmo minei ubei. First, Rashi says that mikatnei amana haya, he was of small faith, mashma, that he believed, just in a small way. And then it says ma'amin ve'eno ma'amin. So we see from that there's a side that he doesn't believe at all. So that doesn't mean he's mikatnei amana. He's not a believer at all. Now in Bereshis Rabbah, Parsha Lamed Bezos test, which is the Makar L'Divrei Rashi, there it says that Noach was mechuser amana. That had the water not reached his ankles, he would not have entered the teva. So it says there he was mechuser amana. He was lacking emuna, and not mikatnei amana like Rashi says. Why didn't Rashi write like that? And the whole inyan is very tamur, that Noach was commanded by HaKadosh Baruch Hu to build this teva 120 years before the Mabul in order to warn the people of his generation, as Rashi says earlier on, Perek Vav Pasuk Yud Daled. And if he doesn't believe himself, how is he going to be mashpi on others in this shlichus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? And Radak asks on Rashi that how can you say that he was mikatnei amana when the pasuk says he was a tzaddik tamim? He was a tzaddik tamim. So what are you telling me that he's a katnei amana? So Rav Man Zatzal in his Diber in Parshas Noach presents the following brilliant approach. Rashi writes in Bereshis and Perek Gimel Pasuk Vav on the Pasuk Vatera Isha Kito Lam Eitz Lamachal V'chiyitavu Hihu Leinayim etc. Vatikach Mipirya Batoicha. The woman saw that the tree was good for eating and it was a delight to the eyes, and she takes from the fruit and she eats. Rashi writes Rasa Dvarv Shal Nachash V'Han Ola V'hem Minaso. She saw the words of the Nachash. She liked what the Nachash was telling her. She had pleasure from what the Nachash told her. And she believed the Nachash. So we see from this a big yisod, sweetest friends. And that is that until now she believed in God. That she is allowed to eat from the fruits of the garden. But not this one. She is not allowed to eat from this one. And she even told the Nachash, hey, I can't eat from this one. Can't eat from the Eitz Hadas. So that's only when that's what she wanted. But now she has a hana. When she listens to the Nachash, she likes what the Nachash says. And now she believes differently. Now she believes the Nachash. Before she believed God. That was good for her. And now she believes the Nachash. That's good for her. Now she believes the snake who says that you really should eat from it. You believe what you want to believe, what makes you feel good. The big psychological insight into what people believe and don't believe very often in life. About others, about relationships, about friends, about enemies. We believe what we like to believe, what gives us pleasure. Now she believes the Nachash, Lamos Timusun against Hashem. Rashi says, Vatitan gam li'isha ima v'yochal, shelo tamasi v'yichihu v'yisa acheres. She gives to Adam to eat as well. Why, Rashi says? So that she shouldn't die. He's going to live and he's going to marry another woman. That'll be terrible. How jealous she'll be. Wait a second. So she's now understanding, she's assuming that Adam's going to die. That she's going to die, excuse me. Shelo tamasi. She doesn't want to die and then have Adam marry somebody else. So now she's holding that it's going to kill her. Wait a second. Beforehand, she believed the Nachash that it's not going to kill her. Now she believes it is going to kill her, so she wants to take Adam down with her. But beforehand, she believed the Nachash that it wasn't going to kill her. And beforehand, she believed the HaKadosh Baruch Hu that it was going to kill her. The answer is that Amunah is Lefi the Midos. First, she believed God. Made sense. Good for her. Want to listen to God, you want to live. Now, the Nachash tells her a different story. It looks really tasty. Forget the diet, the godly diet. I'm going for what the Nachash tells me. And now she sees she's going to go down. She says, I got to take Adam down with me. I got to give him from the tree. The same tree that a minute ago I ate from it. I said wasn't going to kill me. Amunah is Lefi the Midos. So according to this, it would appear that the yesod of this union of Katnei Amana is that Emunah is Lefi Hasagas HaSeichel Al Pi HaSeichel Enoshi. It's based on human comprehension. And even though it could be that this Emunah will be on a high madrega, like Adam and Chava were on a high madrega, but nevertheless, Katnei Amuna is when you only believe based on human comprehension. Lefi Adam. Shemitzat Sichlo V'Hasagas So Katenu Ad Meod. We're small vis-a-vis Hashem. God has great intellect beyond anything we can imagine, and we're very small. That's Katnei Amuna. What's Emunah Gedola? What's Gedola Emunah? What's big Emunah? It's not Begidra HaSeichel. It's Emunah B'Hashem Me'alu V'lo Shaychas Klal HaSagas Enosh. It's beyond what human beings can comprehend. That's Dole Emunah. And then Afkamina is that if the Emunah is Rak Al Pi HaSeichel V'Havana, since the Seichel is Meshubah the Taibas for its sonos, since the Seichel is subordinate to his desires and will, so whatever you want is going to change your Emunah. Sometimes people are frum. It's good for them. Believe in God, believe in the Torah. And then they see it's not so good. They fall in love with a beautiful Gentile girl. Now it's not so good to believe in the Torah. I don't believe. I don't believe. Why don't you believe? It's your ratzon. That's Katnei Amana. But somebody who's a Gedolei Amana, a big believer, he's not bound by the Seichel. He's not bound by his Ritzonos. It's known what Reb Chaim Britzker said. Amunah begins where the Seichel ends. That's what we're talking about over here. So this Lashon of Katnei Amana we find a number of places in Shas. It says if you're Mashmiya Kolo but Tfilasa, you're Katnei Amana, Brachas Chav Beis Amid Beis. Rashi says it's like God doesn't listen to Tfilas Lachash. You have to raise your voice so God can hear you. Why? Because we have our Seichel. Our Seichel tells us that God only hears us when we raise our voice. Person's Katnei Amana. As we've been explaining Katnei Amana. Psachim Kuf Yud Chesam and Aleph Amar Ravuni Yisrael Shebosa Ador Mikatnei Amana. They were small believers. It says Vayamra Ayam B'Yamsuf. Shehimri Yisrael Bosa Shah. Varam Gshem Shanu Ola Mitzad Achad Kach Mitzrayim Ola Mitzad Acher. Just like we came out of the water, the Mitzrayim are also going to come out. In other words, they were so living the Mitzius of Mitzrayim, they were Avodim, they were Meshubah to Mitzrayim 210 years. Their Seichel couldn't comprehend how they're going to be more powerful than the Mitzrayim. If they got out, the Mitzrayim are also going to get out. Katnei Amana. They're living in their Seichel. They also find them Sotam and Vavam and Beis. Elisha cursed the lads who said to him, Alei Kereach, go up, you bull person. Shekrachta lanu es hamakom, the Gemara explains that the waters were not drinkable, and they would make parnasa from bringing water, and then Elisha sweetened the waters. So you ruined our parnasa. Na'arim, it says in the pasuk, Shehu Na'arim in mitzvahs, they were lads, they were shaken away, Minuarim, Na'arim, they were shaken away from the mitzvahs. And Ketanim, they were Mikatnei Amana. Rashi says they were worried about their parnasa. What does that mean? If Al-Pi Dini was Mavatal their parnasa, then it wouldn't be Chisar and Amuna. Otherwise you have no more Dini and Ezekim. Of course, somebody's not allowed to be Mavatal your parnasa. But what Elisha did was mutter al pi din. You're worrying about your parnasa. What he did was mutter al pi din to purify the waters. That's chisaron emunah. They're shaken away from the mitzvahs because they didn't understand that what he did was mutar al pi din Torah. They were going lefi their seichel enoshi. They said there's something very wrong over here. He's ruining our parnasa. They were of big emunah. They would realize he's not ruining their parnasa at all. Believe in Hashem properly. So then you understand that somebody doing what they're supposed to do, doing what's right, isn't going to ruin your parnasa. So now we understand b'siyata d'shmai mikatnei amana, gdolei amana. And now it would appear as follows: that definitely Noach was a mamin gomer b'sichla. In his seichel he believed, and therefore 120 years he was masir then, and he believed in his seichel. Then when the time came, crunch time, since his emunah is mishabet his seichel, now he sees the Bria is about to be destroyed, and this is against the Ratzon of Noach. Everything's going to be destroyed. He's going to lose everything he has, and the Bria is going to be ruined. And also he's going to have to spend time in the Teva. It's a very unpleasant place to be, as Chazal described. So it's like we find by the Jews at the Yam Suf. Doesn't seem to shtim with the Metzias. Doesn't seem to work with reality. Now God's going to destroy everything. I've been living in this world for so long, and he doesn't want it to be destroyed. So we have his seichel. It doesn't make sense with his seichel. It's against his ratzon. So now he's not so sure anymore. Now he's a mamin ve'eno mamin. Sometimes he believes, but he also doesn't believe. Like the Lashon of the Bereishis Rabbah, Mechutz Ramana. Rashi writes with the Shorishes. Even when he believed, he was mikatnei amana. The Medrash says he lacked emunah. Rashi says he was small. Meaning the reason he lacked emunah is because he had small emunah. What does small emunah mean? It was only al pi seichel, based on his intellect. Because he only had emunah based on his intellect, he lacked emunah. When push came to shove, he said it can't be happening because he didn't want it to happen. But until now, he was a mamin. Until now, he was a tzaddik tamim. He listened to God. Everything was al pi seichel. He answered the Radak's question. Of course, he was a tzaddik tamim. You understand it's not a stira in Rashi? Yes. He was mikadnei amana. He was a believer, a small believer, only al pi seichel. And therefore, he was a mamin. He did believe. But in the end, he was a lo mamin, ain't no mamin. In the end, there was a tzaddik he didn't believe because he said it can't be. Against my ratzon, I don't want there to be a mabul. It doesn't make sense there'll be a mabul after all these years. There won't be a mabul, ain't no mamin. And he could warn them. He could build his teva and be mochiach them because al pi seichel, he believed it until that time, until it actually happened. He was a believer. But again, it was only a believer al pi seichel. So from this, we have a big yesod in life. Yes, you should use your intellect. But there are certain things that are beyond human intellect, beyond human comprehension. And we don't stop believing because it's beyond our comprehension. Obviously, a lot more to say. We'll close it here. We'll give ourselves a bracha. We should be zoche l'ilma l'ulam l'ishma l'as l'kaim kol divrei Yisrael to us to be hava and be zoche to emunah, like the Rishonim say, many of them. You have to have emunah al pi chakira. You have to learn. You have to understand. Then of course, you also have to have the basis in emunah, which is above anything the seichel can understand. And it's chus, like the Medrash says, will be zoche to the gula, gula v'schus emunah, amen v'amen. Shalom, shalom, sweetest, most beloved friends.